Let me hear the Stephen A. Smith audio going at Rosenberg.
Which one? It's so many skills.
Hit him with the first one where you can say it with the one where what I said was bullish, referring to what I said yesterday. I think there's one about bullish.
I'm not letting it go because I don't appreciate what he said. Actually, I think what he said was utter bullshit. And how somebody has decided to go over the public airways and completely misconstrue what I said or flat out just lied on purpose. I don't want to think that Peter Rosenberg lied on purpose. Who not only does radio in New York in the morning, but also is on radio on the Michael K show with Michael K and Don Juan LaGreca, my buddies. But I kind of don't appreciate it.
Listen, I got a problem. Right? So he got Michael K's show name right. He got to get Ebro in the morning right, bro. I called him straight up yesterday, and all I said to him was,
you called
Ebro in the morning. I didn't even bring up what y'all was talking about. I just said get the name right.
With teammates like that. He said, how'd you leave me out of this?
Yeah, I was like, yo, get the name right. And then what happened, Rosenberg? What happened next?
Let's see. Then he went on more specifically, and he talks about Caitlin Clark, like sort of the meat of the argument about Caitlin Clark.
There is not a single player on Team USA, not a single player that deserves to be taken off because of her. She's a rookie. She's averaging 16 a game. She isn't shooting great, even though she shoots fourth in three-point range and all this other stuff. But there's plenty of players. All of them deserve to be on a team ahead of her in terms of their credentials. What I have repeatedly stated is that Caitlin Clark is box office. You're the WNBA and you're women's basketball across the globe. You are clamoring for support. Because you are clamoring for that support, and she's box office, and that support could potentially lead to more endorsement dollars, more eyeballs from Madison Avenue, a better television contract, etc. Why not capitalize off of it? That is not about Caitlin Clark. That's about the WNBA. That's about Team USA. That's about women's basketball across the globe. Finally having somebody to utilize to ultimately help catapult them. What's the problem?
So I watched what Stephen had to say, and there was another part about me. I don't know if he put it in there. The part about me, he suggested I was trying to curry favor to the black community by going after Stephen A. First of all, Stephen, if you think I want to apologize, if it remotely in any way
Positive P is here. Positive P, here we go, baby. We need music for Positive P.
No, listen, Stephen A's always been good to me. He's always treated me with respect. I would not want him. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Stephen A, and I do think that was sort of loaded into why he went off on me, because a lot of people have been saying things about Stephen A. The man's always been good to me. So for him to think that I was trying to curry favor, never that, Stephen. And to suggest that there's no chance I was lying either. I think the clip that was put out there may have shifted the context a bit. If you guys remember yesterday when we did this segment, I talked very broadly, we all did, about the Caitlin Clark conversation. And I mentioned Stephen A as a name who's been doing some of those things with regard to sort of making Caitlin, whether accidentally or on purpose, seem like this damsel in distress. That's all I meant, right? I didn't mean that he's leading the conversation. No. There are people straight up politicizing Caitlin Clark. Nikki Haley tweeted yesterday.
Stop it. You stop it right now. That happened?
Nikki Haley tweeted about how Caitlin Clark has been wronged. Okay?
Stop. Are you bugging? Yo.
So listen, so to Stephen, your name was in there among people who I think have been on a side of the argument that I don't agree with. But I will say this. Stephen and I ultimately, I think, are probably on the same page about that. We think Caitlin Clark is an incredible player, and we think this is a huge opportunity for the WNBA. The difference between how we see it is I trust the WNBA and the U.S. Women's Olympic Committee to get this right. This isn't wrestling. You cannot create the Caitlin Clark character. She has to earn her stripes and get there. And I think we, generally, as men in the media, don't need to explain women's basketball to the people who do women's basketball. They got this. The Olympic Committee is going to get it right. Ebro, the WNBA is going to figure out how to market her right. All in good time, it will happen. But I do think that ultimately Stephen A. and I are on the same side of this thing.
Oh, hit positive P with the button. This isn't what we wanted. We wanted war. We wanted nuclear. We wanted nuclear fallout here. We wanted a battle royale.
Well, listen, I'm not.
We didn't want a kumbaya.
But I will give you one more clip that will make you laugh at least. Shawnee, hit the clip about, though, when he talked about Ebro and Michael K. and Don. You see that clip?
Yeah.
Why the hell would this guy go out there and say to America, yo, Stephen A. is propping Caitlin Clark up as a victim.
What, you the white boy now that's gravitating to black
What,
folks?
you the white boy? And you want to make folks believe, hey, you know something? I mean, this is the latest thing that he's doing against y'all. Is that what this is?
Come on.
You sitting there and you on a station, they playing hip-hop music that make you down now? You think you know us better than me? Is that what this is? Peter, you go on Michael K. show. Caitlin Clark's a sports topic. You couldn't call a brother? You couldn't ask me yourself? You couldn't know what the hell you were talking about before you went out there and said some bullshit like that? Really? Michael K. would have called. Don McGregor would have called. Ebro would have called. Where the hell you at? You know my number. What kind of bullshit is that?
Hit this man with the button.
Wow.
I love you, Steven.
Peter.
Yo, Steven, Ebro talked ish about you yesterday and didn't call you. What are you talking about? I've sat next to Michael and Don as they've talked about you. They didn't call you. I don't know if you know this, Steven. You're kind of big out here. We can't call you every time you're in the news.
Nah, don't bring me into it. I call Stephen A. every time.
Every time. You called him yesterday before this? Hit Ebro with the button, too.
Yeah.